Morning. Today's topic is Unit 2, the file system. The contents of Unit 2 are the basics of file, what is in a file, files and directories, and directory hierarchy, permissions, inodes, and file attributes and permissions, and chmod, chown, and chgrp commands. So, totally 10 topics are there. So, first topic is the basics of file. So in this topic what we will discuss is, we will discuss about the definition of a file, and also we will see the usage of od command and also ed command and also read system call. Okay, these are the contents of the first topic, that is the basics of a file. Second topic is what is in a file. What is in a file? So that means how we determine the type of the file. So that will be discussed in this topic. So using file command we will determine the type of the file. So how it determines, that we will discuss in the what is in a file. Next third topic is files and directories. That means in Unix there are files and directories have some commonality. So like whatever the commands you use for files, the same command we can use for directories also. So that's why in Unix it is most commonly used for both the files and directories. And in here we will discuss about the command called du command, that is the disk usage command, and also we will discuss about pwd command and also cd dot command, like that. So we will see here about the files and directories. Okay, so that is about the third topic. And fourth topic is permissions. That is what are the different types of permissions present in a Unix operating system for a particular file or a directory. So we will discuss about read, write and execute permissions regarding with respect to file as well as with respect to the directory. So that is about the permissions, and also we will see what is write protection and what is read protection and what is execute protection. So that also we will see for directory point of view. Okay, so this is about the permissions associated with a file and directory in Unix operating system. So next, fifth topic is inodes. That means we know that inode is an index node in Unix operating system. So it has some specific meaning associated with it. So we will discuss the associated times with the inode, and also how the inode will be affected with respect to the copy command, move command and the link command. So these are the commands which we will discuss along with the inode. So this is about the inode topic. Next is, that is seventh topic is, we will discuss about directory hierarchy. That is what are the different directories present in the Unix and how they are organized. So we will see more number of directories in here. Okay, so that we will see. Starting with the root. So root is the topmost directory Unix operating system. So starting from the root, we will discuss about the different types of directories present in the Unix operating system and what it contains. So we will see one or two examples. So in each and every directory. So that is about the directory hierarchy in Unix operating system. So next topic is, that is file attributes and permissions. So in this there are four topics present. First one is again file command we will see. So and after that what we will see is, we will see about chmod command, that is change the permissions of a file. So how we change the permission of a file, that is about chmod. Next is chown command, that is how to change the owner of the file, that is about the chown command. And third one is chgrp command, that is how to change the group associated with the file. So this is about the brief overview of the unit 2. So unit 2 consists of totally 10 topics. So first topic is basics of file, second topic is what is in a file, and third topic is files and directories, and fourth topic is permissions, and fifth topic is inodes, and sixth topic is directory hierarchy, and seventh topic is again file command, and eighth topic is chmod command, and ninth topic is own command, and 10th topic is chgrp command. So these are the different commands which we will study in second unit. So this is about the details of the second unit. Okay, so basically the entire file system, so it related to file, the entire information related to file we will study in unit 2. Okay, so this is about the unit 2 overview. Okay, so unit 2, in unit 2 what we will study is about the file system, that is the commands, like different commands like od command, ed command and read system call. So what is the system call, that we will study in the first topic, that is in the basic definition of a file. Okay, so a system call nothing but a subprogram in the kernel. So that also we will study in the unit 2 first topic. And also we will study and we will see in detail about the command like ls minus l. For example, if you want to know the this file size, so suppose a file is created using ed command, so now I want to see the details of a file, so that can be possible only with the ls minus l command. So that also we will see in the unit 1 first topic, that is the basics of a file. Second topic is what is in a file. That means what are the contents of the file, so how we determine the type of the file. So so that is the basic, that is the basic understanding here. And what is a buffered and unbuffered, that also we will see in the first topic. And the second topic, that is in the what is in a file, so we will see about what is a file type, so how we determine the type of the file, and what is a binary and what is a text file, that also we will see, and what is the advantage of binary file and what is the advantage of binary file and what is the advantage of being a text file, so in Unix operating system. So that also we will study in the second definition. And in the third definition, and in the third topic, what you will see is files and directories. So normally there is a directory, so directory contains files. So what happens when a child process is created? So we know that a child process can be created using fork or exe system call, which comes in the operating system. Also the same concept comes. How to create a child process? It can create a child process by using either fork or exe. So what happens when a fork or exe is created, or when a child process is created, and when a new directory is created? So what happens is, whether the parent directory will change or change, so only child directory will change. Parent process remains same. Okay, only child process gets affected. Okay, so this we will see in the third topic. And also we will see about the in files and directories, we will see about the command called du. That means when I created a new directory, and with a file with some size, so how it will be when a file is kept. So that also we will see in the unit 2 third topic. So about du command, and also cd dot command. Suppose I want to move one level up, so till which level I can move up, that can be seen, till which level I can move up in the hierarchy, so that can be seen in the cd dot. So that also you will see in the unit 2 third topic. And about the fourth topic, so fourth topic is about entirely about permissions. That is, what is a permission first of all? So permission means read, write or execute. Who can do what on a file is nothing but a permission. So with respect to permission, so what is the basic, what is the things are going on here? So that is discussed. So permissions, so who can see the file? So what are the different what is the difference between executable and text file? So what is a set UID? So that we will see in the permissions. Okay, and what are the permissions associated with the directory, and what are the permissions associated with a file? So that also we will discuss in the permissions. Okay, like that we will see in detail about the file and directory with an example. So that is about the files and that is about the permissions in the unit 2. So next topic is you will see here. Next topic is inode. So what is an inode? So normally in C we have a pointer concept. That means we point is specific to a variable. So just like that, to specific to a file, there is a index node in Unix. So it contains administrative information like permissions and modification time. Okay, so there are 3 times associated with a file. That is ls minus l, ls minus u, ls minus e. So we will discuss about these 3 in this topic. And also we will discuss the effect of the commands like cp command, mv command and ln command. So how the inode will change. So will it remain same, or what is the command used to see the inode of a file? So that also we will discuss in the inode topics. So inode and also what are the commands we will use to see the inode, that also we will discuss in unit 2 topic called inodes. After that we will see about the directory hierarchy. So normally till now we know that there are several commands we will execute in Unix. So from where these commands are coming from? So what is the path associated with all these commands? Whether all these commands are present in the same place or at different place? So the answer to this question is we will see in a topic called directory hierarchy. So what are the different directories present in the Unix? So what is how many directories are there? So what is the hierarchy and what is the formation of files inside the directory? So how they are formed? So what is the meaning of each file? So what it contains? So from where this information we will get the information in the directory hierarchy. Okay, we will get the information in directory hierarchy. This is about the directory hierarchy. Okay, next thing is again file command. So again we will see in the file command. So how it determines the type. So if I rename .java file to .c file, still it shows Java or C. So that is again a question. So answer to this question is given by the file command, because normally in Unix there are three types of files, either regular file or a directory file or a device file. So what are the different, again with respect to file command, what are the classification of the files? Okay, that we will see in this topic. Okay, and also we will see a touch command also, and also we will see symbolic links here. So what is the symbolic link? Whether file command will give the symbolic link also along with that or not. So that is also the topic of discussion here. Okay, so this is about the topic called file command. The next topic is chmod command. That is, how can you change permissions of a file or a directory? Normally in Unix operating system, we can see the permissions of file using ls-l command. So with those permissions, how can we change? So what is the need for changing permission? Because we want to grant a permission, or we want to remove the permission from a user or for a group or for a others. So how can we do that? So that is the topic of discussion in chmod command. Okay, next is chown command. So the difference between chmod and chown is, in case of chmod, only the permissions are associated with the file or directory are changes, whereas in case of chown, the owner of the file gets changed. That means who is the owner of the file, and how can we change the ownership of associated with a file? So that answer to this question is chown command. So normally it can be done in two ways. Suppose if you want to log in from 18N1805001 to 18N1805002, that means from one login to another login, automatically owner changes. Okay, that is one way. That means simply copying the file from one login to another login, not the directory. So if you copy from one directory to another directory, still it remains in the same login. So the user who is the owner, and hence the ownership will not change. Ownership only changes when we move the file from one type of user to another type of user. That is, from one login to another login. So how can we do that? There are commands available in Unix. For example, SCP command. So that we will see in this topic. So either by copying the file from one directory to another directory, that is one way, that is using SCP command, or another way, that is using chown command. So, but remember, in order to change ownership, we have to log into the root user. So that is the topic of discussion in chown command. Okay, so that is about the chown command. Next is chgrp command. How to change the group associated with a file name or a directory. So the simply means chgrp space new file name and old file name. So in this way, new file name and the file name, new group name and the file name. So in this way, we can change the group associated with a user. So this is about the topic of discussion in the unit 2. Thank you.